Now entering the elevator to the retail underground. Enjoy the descent to the subversive layer of knowledge.
All right, we should be live. What's going on tonight, guys? Sorry for the really crappy camera quality and the the really crappy background. My other camera, I did not realize the battery on it was dead. So this is what you guys get, unfortunately, tonight. So, and I just realized I kind of blend into my background right now, don't I? So there's that too. That's cool. Dan should be joining us here soon. I'm waiting for him to hop into the stream. He had something he had to go take care of real quick, so he should be in soon. What's everybody else got going on? Looks like we got some people here in the chat. So I'm just going to talk to you guys here for a few minutes until Dan gets here. So let's see. Carlos, what's going on, Carlos? How we doing? John, my man. I was just talking to John earlier today. Guys, great guy. If you don't know John, get to know John. He's an awesome guy, and yeah, he's pretty awesome. There he is. What's up, Dad? How we doing? Jonathan Holt. Jonathan, I did see that you had messaged me. I'm sorry I haven't had a chance to get back to you, but I will get back to you. I know you're used to that at this point, so I'm not too worried about it. I know that that you're used to me taking forever getting back to you. Jordan, what's going on? That's right. We are ready to talk some crypto. We've got much to discuss. The market is down, as Jonathan mentions, and the market is down today. But you know what I say? Today is a buying day. Today is a perfect time to buy. It's going back up, so definitely no worries there. But it's going back up for sure. I've got some good projects I want to talk about too. One of them, it was our actually biggest video that we've ever had. Went live the other day, and it's getting views like crazy right now. Talking some Enjin. We're going to talk that a little bit later because that's a really great project to talk about. Carlos says he's doing well. Also awesome. Tam, I knew Tam would not miss the live stream. Tam never misses the live streams. Jordan says he's still working with GS1 for barcodes. Last thing up and running. Awesome. Well, hopefully that gets going as soon as possible for you, Jordan, and you can get up and selling. Any questions on that? Like I said, always feel free to reach out. I will be doing some live streams here coming up too, Amazon related and everything. I mean, we've been doing a bunch of them anyway, but during certain days, if I'm not like super busy working on other stuff, I might, go live by myself and do, a few live streams, Q&A, stuff like that on the channel as well too. So Derek was just that. Guys, if you haven't checked out our Movie Buffs channel that Dan just launched the other day, and he's been making videos like crazy for it, definitely check that out. We were live actually right before this talking the Snyder cut of the new Justice League movie. Excuse me, and then also Godzilla versus Kong. That's going to be out here very, very soon. So Dan is coming. He had something he had to run and take care of real quick, and then he should be back anytime. I sent him the link for it, so he should be here shortly. Jordan says Riot and Ethereum is up. Absolutely. We're going to talk some Ethereum. Got some price predictions we're going to be talking about here coming up. So we'll be diving into that here shortly. Tam says, hey, Derek. Derek says, what's up? All right. So, guys, let's jump right into it. Let's talk about the crypto market a little bit and see what's going on. So yes, we are down, and actually, let me get it pulled up here. Sorry, we literally just got off from our Movie Buffs live stream, so I got to get the our good old pal Coin Market Cap pulled up here. There we go. Let's get this pulled up. Bam. All right. Yeah, let's take a look at some different cryptos that I'm looking at, things that I'm either have bought into or will be buying into. I'll even give you guys an idea of the video that's going to be dropping tomorrow. Tomorrow we should have a crypto video. Probably on Wednesday it'll be either Amazon or Shopify, but tomorrow is going to be another crypto video that we've got coming out for it. And I'll show you which one. It's already filmed and everything, already edited. I just have to make the thumbnail for it. But so we'll cover that here in just a minute. But yeah, Ethereum and Bitcoin both on some pretty significant dips, considering, Ethereum was sitting yesterday basically at like 1900 and some change. So pretty significant dip today. Same thing with Bitcoin. Bitcoin was at 60K. It actually, I think, got as high as 61 or 62, if I'm not mistaken. I think it hit 62. And so now it's on a little bit of a retracement for it. Excuse me. I don't think this is anything at all to worry about. Like 100% to me, it's not anything to worry about. I think it's just a oh, Dan says he's on. Hold on a second. I don't see him. Huh. Well, he's gonna have to hold on for a minute. I don't think it's anything to worry about personally. I think I think it's very, very typical. Here's the other thing. I think there's a lot of people, especially from a Bitcoin standpoint. I think a lot of people bought in at probably 30K, let's say. And as soon as it hit 60K, they were ready to take some profit. And I don't blame them. Hey, you guys know, my big thing is always make sure that you're taking profit. It's good to hold. And a lot of people talk about holding and, oh, you got to hold and you got to wait, you got to hold, you got to wait. I look at it, excuse me, I think you got to take profit on the way up. Because here's the thing, you never know. It is so hard to time the top and time the bottom of a market that it's almost impossible to do that. So what I would definitely recommend is take profit on the way up, dollar cost average. When you're buying, buy it all the way through. So yes, we want to try to buy it at the lowest point that we possibly can. And some people might look at this and say, oh, it's going lower than 54. Well, we don't know that. So you know what? Hedge your bets a little bit, buy some right now. Then if this ends up being the bottom, you bought it at the bottom. If not, and it goes down to 52, buy more at 52. But your dollar cost averaging it all the way down so that you can get as close to the bottom as possible. Same thing on the way up. You know what? When you're in profit and you're happy with the profit that you're making, sell some, sell it and then move that either into a stable coin or move it into another project that's on a dip that you've really wanted to get into. And maybe you didn't want to put any more money into the market. Sell something that you're in profit on, make some money back on it, and then reinvest that. So that's always kind of been my strategy for it. Let me pull this back up. There he is. There we go. You weren't showing up earlier, and now that you texted me and said you're backstage, now you're showing up. There we go.
I was a big dum-dum and clicked on the wrong link. So
all right. So yeah, so Bitcoin definitely, to me, it's at a great price. Do I think we'll ever see a sub $50,000 Bitcoin again? It's possible. It depends on how high it goes right now. Where do I think short term that it's going? I think we're 70 to 75,000 is imminent. I really do think that. It's not professional financial advice, but I really think that given how this thing has been running, given all the news going on with the stimulus, everything kind of adding up together, I think, short term 75,000 by the end of the year. I don't see any reason to believe that this won't hit 250,000, and I really do believe that. 5 years from now, truth be told, I think Bitcoin could hit $1 million. I really do. I don't think it's a question of if. I think it's when. I really do, because given everything that's going on, not even just with the U.S. dollar and how excuse me, how much it's going to be devalued as the money, the printing of money continues to keep happening. That's worldwide. Any time any governments continue to keep printing money, that's going to happen. And if you look back historically at, you look all the way back at the Greek Empire, the Roman Empire, all that type of stuff. A lot of times those empires fell because of the debasement of their currency, so I think that it's something that, the US dollar, it may not ever go away, may not crash. However, it's never had anything to compete with like Bitcoin. So I think absolutely 75,000 is going to happen very soon. sooner rather than later. And I think by the end of the year, 250. Ethereum, I still think $3,000 Ethereum. When Bitcoin hits 75, this thing's going to be right around 3,000. I really do think that. And I think as ETH 2.0 starts to launch, that's going to be massively, massively important for Ethereum. It's going to help their scalability issues that they have with it. It's going to help with all the high gas fees that people complain about and everything. So that's really gonna help with it. One of the ones I'm most intrigued with though right now, Chainlink sitting at a really, really good price. Actually, both of these two right here. I think Chainlink and Litecoin are both, just ridiculously good buys right now. I think either one of those, you can't go wrong. I've got both of them, because I believe in the projects, Chainlink more so than Litecoin personally. I think before the end of this bull run, Chainlink moves all the way up to number 3. I really do think so. I think they're going to be sitting there right behind Ethereum. The reason for it is simply the use case. I think that they are so far out ahead of anybody else in that space that they're going to be there. I think Chainlink is going to be at $50 before you know it too. So if anybody is looking for a good project to buy, definitely check out Chainlink, because I love Chainlink. But the one I really want to talk about tonight, and we did a video on it, like I said, it's doing really, really well, and it's not one that gets a lot of people talking about it, and I don't know why, because it should. Where is it sitting at right now? Did we go buy it? Yeah, we're just going to type it in. Oh, there it is. Enjin. I love this project. It's up 41% for the week. Anybody that doesn't know what Enjin is, it revolves all around the gaming industry and then NFTs. NFTs are the hottest thing going right now in crypto, along with DeFi. Anything DeFi or NFT related, it's ridiculously hot right now. And I don't think it's going to stop. I think that is the next wave of big things going on. So I think absolutely Enjin is going to absolutely crush it during this bull run. I think the other big aspect of that is the gaming part of it. Gaming has absolutely blown up, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. Literally, all you have to do is look at sites like Twitch. Twitch is huge right now with all sorts of gamers on it that are on there streaming and people watching them and everything. YouTube, same thing. YouTube has become a major platform for gamers to go on and grow a following and really make a real type of business out of that and everything. So. And I don't even think just from the gaming aspect of things, but from a standpoint of what comes with gaming, advertisers, a ton of money coming into that market because companies realize that that's where the eyeballs are. That's what people are watching. That's what people are consuming. And they want a piece of that. And so that's what they're going to be doing, is advertising on all that type of stuff. Synthetics sitting at a really, really attractive price right there too. A lot of cryptos on sale today, guys. So if there's ones that you're looking at, now is definitely a good time to do it. One other one that I want to talk about, and this is the project that we've got a video coming out tomorrow for. Actually sits outside of the top 100. So this is actually going to be our first one that we cover that is outside of top 100. And there we go. Where is it sitting at? Right there. Wax. So we just talked about NFTs a little bit and how important those are. And I want to pull up Wax's website just to give you guys kind of an early sneak peek of what Wax is and what we're going to be talking about. So Wax kind of fashions themselves the king of NFTs. Okay. So as you can see, worldwide asset exchange, leading decentralized video game and entertainment network. Okay. So it kind of falls along the same guidelines as Enjin. And you're going to see as I do my video, which one I think is ultimately the better option as an investor. I think both of them are great. I think either one of them are really good to go for, but I'm also going to make a recommendation, at least on my own personal thoughts. If you only are going to invest in one of them, which one should you invest in? I don't want to give too much away on here and everything, but this is a really interesting project. Wax has been around for a while. They've been around the block. They were a big deal back in 2017 when I first started, when NFTs first kind of started getting popular, but nothing like they are now. But you could kind of see it starting to take form and take shape. So this is a really great project to look out for and kind of have on your radar. And I think from a pricing standpoint, if you compare to, where it's been, I mean, this thing literally launched. They had their ICO, the initial coin offering, literally like right at the height of that previous bull run. I mean, you can see where they've been and where they are now. I mean, pretty significant difference. Now, the thing to always keep in mind with these, and we're going to cover this a little bit in the video, anytime that there's an ICO, typically, I mean, that's when the price is going to be at its highest, is either during the ICO or right after it, somewhere in there. So no big surprise right there. It had a huge retracement, but the fact that, I mean, it's literally been pretty much stagnant all the way through and hasn't really done a lot, and now it's starting to get a little bit of a run up, might be a good indicator that this is really starting to turn bullish and this is going to start going the other direction. I mean, we already know where it's been previously. Where could it go to now? And here's the other thing. I mean, even just to get back to like one of these right here, I mean, it's been as high as like 40 cents ish, somewhere in there. So I mean, that's still basically 2x or close to it from where it's at right now. So a lot of room, I think, on this one to grow. And if, I mean, holy shit, look out. If it gets back to where it previously was when this thing first launched at $3.27, basically, yeah, you're looking at some pretty nice gains right there. So that's what we're going to be covering on the video that's coming out tomorrow for us. So I'm really excited to drop that one because I do think I think it's a great project, and I think it's it makes a really good follow up to Enjin because they literally play within the same space basically. So you can kind of compare the two and really do your research and figure out. Do you want both of them? Do you want just one of them? Or maybe you don't want either one of them. If you don't want either one of them, you probably hate money, especially if you look at the chart if you look at what Enjin has done. I mean, literally just look at what Wax is doing here since February 2nd. So a little over a month ago, this thing was sitting at 4 cents and it's six times what it was, 4 times. Yeah. 6 times what it was, I think, so right there, you would have made a ton of money had you gotten into this a month ago, so, and I don't think it's anywhere close to where it's going.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's get our fancy banner up here. There we go. All right, let's check out some of the comments here.
Excuse me.
Jonathan wants to know about fantasy crypto. Dan, what do you got? What do you got for us on that?
So that's actually why I was running a little late too. I was doing one last test on that. So one of the things Kyle and I looked at, I want to get your guys' opinion. So let us know, because you guys, that are on here now are going to be our first test run for the fantasy crypto, because I think it's something that can really grow into something special. And when we do it, we want to do it right. So there's a couple different apps, and I think we're going to want to find one that has an app ability. Now, the one that I was looking at, let me pull it up. Foresight kept crashing. Every time it just kept crashing on me today and said something was wrong. So that's, and that seems like a pretty good one to do. There was another one, and I don't know if these are all just newer apps and they're just on the, opening stages of them. There's My Crypto League, which is another one that was really, it seemed very promising. Again, though, you only have about 10 options for coins, which is kind of, if we do it, I want 100 coins you can pick from. I want some of the obscure ones, some of the altcoins, because this one's definitely much more, generic, I guess, your typical big boy ones. The one that I'm looking at, Altcoin Fantasy, the only problem with that one is I don't think, we can create our own league. I think we have to join with another one. And they eventually, you have to pay real money to get fake coin. It just makes more sense. So the one that I think we're going to do, guys, and I want to know what your opinion is Super Stocks. Now, with Super Stocks, the only downside is it would be in a group of 250 people. So my thought would be we can see what everyone's doing. We can see a leaderboard. Now, what we can do is, and they do each one's a week or 2 weeks long, depending on which one we pick. You can pick up to 5 cryptos, and it goes down a couple hundred options. So there's a lot of options to pick. Now, I want to know what you guys' thought is, because with Super Stocks, like I said, you're in that pool with other people. But my thought is we could give, if everyone types out their usernames that they are going to choose for it in the next one, or however we decide to do this, we might have to go live separately for this or something. I don't know I want to make sure it's done the right way. But we could do And that's the whole point, is we don't want to put real money into this. I just saw that. I saw what you said in there, Jonathan, later on. We don't want it. We want this to be like just something we can all do for fun. And Kyle and I at the end will give the first place person a prize. So that's where we're at right now. Is we found a couple. Now the question is, like I said, that's for some reason the only one we can customize the league in. It keeps crashing on me, and I can't like really get very far into it. And so, yeah, I know it's a pain. I wish and maybe there's other ones on the computer, but I don't really see others for apps, at least that I can really see. But let's do this. Worst case scenario, we are doing it Wednesday. We will do the draft Wednesday, no matter what. Whether we're in a huge pool of people or actually find a good one that we could do, like we can keep it at a private, like invite only kind of thing, and make it so it's maximum of 20 people at first, or however many people we get. Maybe there's something we can do, but I do like I like super stocks because it's a nice, and the winner actually gets these stock coins, they call them, and you can actually buy real things with them. You can buy like gift cards from like Starbucks and Walmart and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. But the only problem is, we're going to be in a whole group. My thought is we can track just our names in it. So, okay, who's first place in it? So if, if Jonathan, if you're in first place, then we know your username is this, but that way you let us all know that day. So you can't just like look in whoever's first place and pick them, so that's what I'm thinking. No matter what, we will go. How's that sound? Wednesday? Let's do the draft Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday night at 10.
Yeah, I say let's do it. So, guys, anybody that doesn't know what we're doing, basically, we're going to do a crypto fantasy league. You're not gonna have to pay any money for it or anything like that. It'll all just kind of be just for fun. We're going to do it as a contest, and then we're going to do a giveaway to whoever the winner is. Now, the other thing too, most people on here probably are already subscribed. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do subscribe to the channel, because we are getting very, very close to 1,000 subscribers. And when we hit 1,000, we're doing a giveaway. So make sure you are subscribed. And then when we do the video where we go over 1,000, we'll tell you how to enter to win. We haven't even decided what the prize is going to be for that one. I don't know if it'll be another Amazon gift card or what we're going to do. So
I don't know, but I do think the crypto thing's gonna be a lot of fun, and I think that can be something we can grow into our own league where there's hundreds of people, and we'll give more than one prize. But to start out, I'd like something where it's just like, how many people are watching. Like, all right, we got 16 people watching right now. So, the 16 of us could draft, and then 2 weeks later, we'll do another one. And I think it could grow each time, because I think everyone would have a lot of fun with it. But yeah, that's so we'll do the fantasy one on Wednesday, no matter what, for sure. 10 o'clock, be there, be square.
That's right.
So.
All right, let's see what else we got in here. Jordan says he has a Facebook group called Strix and Stocks. It's awesome. If anyone wants to get an invite, please private message him. Kyle, you will love it. All right, I'll definitely take a look at it. Send me a private message for it. I'll check it out. Carlos, he's brand new to this, and can you briefly touch on purchase process and with who? Yeah, absolutely. So I would recommend starting out with Coinbase and then also Gemini. I'm a big fan of. They're going to probably be the easiest ones to be able to get in and kind of maneuver your way through buying crypto and stuff like that initially. Gemini is really nice because they do actually have like a crypto 101 guide that'll kind of just give you like quick little tidbits of how it works and everything and what to do. Some other things to look at is that website that we were just at, coinmarketcap.com. Is a great way to analyze the market, get an idea, pricing and stuff like that, previous all-time highs, where is it at now, all that type of stuff. And Carlos, the other thing we're going to be doing, definitely check out the crypto videos that we've got on the channel here, because it does walk through a lot of the processes initially of like how to identify the right projects and stuff like that, find the ones that have the best use case. Our big thing is we always try to simplify it. Like, there's a lot of channels out there that get into things like technical analysis and stuff like that. And that's fine. Hey, I like listening to them. I like listening to what they have to say because it's always really insightful. For me, I want it to be as simplified for people as possible. I don't know every little detail about every single coin that's out there. And I don't claim to. I look for very specific things that I'm going to invest in. And the biggest thing to me is always, do they have a use case? And do they have a good team behind them? And what kind of partnerships do they either have or are they looking at? And the other thing that Dan and I are putting together is a kind of like a crypto beginners course. It's going to be super inexpensive, and literally it'll just be something where it's going to kind of walk people through the 101 of crypto. And eventually, if there's a demand for it, we will add, new things like how to maybe open accounts on exchanges that are more geared towards, trading and stuff like that, how to sign up for those ones, how to actually go through and take profit, how to go through and dollar cost average, how to do all these other things that maybe are kind of like the next level of knowledge for it. So, excuse me, we'll have that coming. We'll have that coming here pretty soon. Ready to watch as altcoins run? Absolutely. It's coming. It's definitely coming. We got a little bit of a pullback today, but it ran pretty good the last couple of days. And then as soon as those stimulus checks start hitting people's bank accounts this week, it sounds like I think there's going to be some influxes of cash into it. The crazy thing too is like it seems like mainstream adoption is happening, especially compared to like 4 years ago when we thought mainstream adoption was starting. But there are still so many people that, like, okay, perfect example, my accountant, I'm the first client she's ever worked with that invests in crypto. And she works with, I guess actually technically me and Dad. But I'm like the first one that she's ever worked with that like has, that has been doing it longer than something, more recent and everything. And like, I thought about it, I'm like, man, that's crazy because she works with, hundreds of people, but that's literally how new this is. Like if you were to go out and ask 100 people, do you invest in the stock market? You're probably going to get a pretty high percentage of people that do, but it's still so new with crypto and there's still so much room to grow. That's why, we start talking about some of these crazy numbers and everything, but I think it's absolutely possible.
Well, and I think a lot of people think crypto is only Bitcoin. I think people think crypto and Bitcoin are interchangeable. I think they think they're the same thing, and they think it's unattainable at this point to own one crypto unless you have a lot of money. And I don't think people realize that these altcoins is really where there's a lot of money to be made when you make the right moves. Guys, Kyle was kind of showing me his wallet the other day because I asked him. He's got like, I don't know, what, you got 6 wallets now because of all the different.
Something like that.
But your 2 main ones, you started with not a ton of money a couple years ago when you got back into crypto, and you've grown into quite a sizable account on a couple of them. I'm not gonna lie, I was blown away. I did not think you had nearly as much as you did, and you do. And I think it goes to show you, though, you are doing it kind of a slow and steady wins the race, which you really is a smart way to invest anyway. But yeah, you're making. Yeah,
I think it's one of those things. You never invest more than you can afford to lose, for sure. Make sure, look, guys, make sure if you're investing in this, make sure you can eat tomorrow too. Make sure that you're not just putting so much in. You have to make sure that you're gonna have enough set off to the side. But the other big part of it too is kind of like what we were talking about at the very, very beginning of it. You have to learn to take profit. And that's something, again, I learned it the hard way with Tron. I always look back to that, when I owned Tron, and anybody that's not familiar with Tron, that was being dubbed the Ethereum killer. Here's the thing, guys. There's been like 50 Ethereum killers. You look back, there was Neo, there was Tron. You go through and every one of them was going to take down Ethereum. Guess what? None of them did. So Cardano and Polkadot actually have a chance at doing that. Not during this run, next run. But previous to that, yes, there was a ton of them that was like the next up and coming thing. And that's when I learned the hard way. You need to learn to take profits, because I bought Tron at like 2 or 3 cents and it rose all the way up to like 35 cents. And that euphoria sets in like, holy shit, this thing's going to go all the way to $1 or something like that. And I just 50x my investment on it. And, you know, it wasn't like a huge amount of money. I think I had, you know, a couple $100 in it or something, but you know, it would have been like, holy crap. Like I just turned 200 into, you know, whatever 50x on that would have been. And, you know, it was like the coolest thing ever. And it came crashing right back down. And I waited and waited and waited and waited and ended up, you know, still making money on it, but nothing like I would have had I started taking profit on the way up at different increments. And that's why I would say it's so hard to predict what's the top, what's the bottom of a market.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Jordan says Elon Musk just put in one kind of acts as a psychological barrier for investors. And, you know, 60,000 has kind of proven to be that as well. Once it blew through 50 after Tesla announced that, it ran all the way to 58. And people were kind of like, you know, is it gonna blow through 60 as well, or is it going to come back down? And it finally did come back down. And that's what it's kind of finding, I think, right now at 60 is it got through 60, but then it's pulled back pretty strong the last day and a half. And once it breaks that resistance for 60, I personally think the next psychological barrier is 75. I think from a mindset standpoint, 75 makes sense as like that next big barrier that people are going to look at and look to take profit. And the reason that I think it didn't just go from 50 to 75, I was thinking about this today because I was thinking, oh, you know, it was going to go, especially with the stimulus thing going, it was going to go right up to 75, no problem. As I got thinking about it today, though, it makes sense that 60,000 would be a point of resistance. And the reason for that is there's a lot of people that last bull cycle when the all-time high was 20,000, there's a lot of people that bought in at the height of that. And they rode it out through the bad years, and some of them may have sold when it got back to 20,000, got their money back out of it, and they were happy. Other people, though, if they were looking to either 2 or 3x their money, 60,000 is a 3x. So basically, as soon as it hit that was the magic number for them to get out and move it into something else, or get out and wait for it to, you know, drop a little bit and then buy back in with more buying power. At some point, the value of Bitcoin in USD will matter less, and the value of USD dilutes as to as valuable as Charmin. That's like the was it Germany when yeah, I was gonna say, what was it? World War One?
Yeah, German mark was worthless after World War One. And the funny thing is, see, Derek jokes, but hey, a year ago, Charmin was worth more than the dollar because
yeah, it was.
Everyone was scrambling for it, but yeah, that's funny.
Let's see. Alex, any news on MWeb? So we're going to be going actually through a couple of projects here in just a couple minutes because I see Bart had a couple questions here. So we're gonna look at it here in just a second. Derek, where can you buy wax other than Yankee Candle? Jordan's got him right there. He says Coinbase. Awesome. Says he's very interested. Yeah, it's a great project. You know, wax. Like I said, I had it. I actually personally don't have any right now. It is one that's on my radar. I've kind of been watching it. I was waiting for confirmation that it was going, and I think it finally has hit that. Excuse me, because like I said, when you look at this chart earlier, it was so stagnant for so long that, you know, for me, it was one. Luckily, I didn't buy it during the initial coin offering. You know, I bought it actually when it hit into that bear cycle and was just kind of being really, really stagnant all the way through. It was one I kind of got bored with just because there was literally not a lot of price action. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to get my money back out of that one and I'll put it into something else where I'm going to see a return, because that one was just kind of dead in the water. It wasn't really doing a lot. However, recently it started to pump a little bit, and that's when I started to kind of pay more attention to it again, because, you know, if you start to see that confirmation that maybe it's getting ready to break out, you know, might be worth, you know, going back and revisiting a little bit. Bart wants to know, what do I think of Dent and Matic? Well, what I want to do, Bart, we're going to pull this back up real quick, and we'll actually look into them, and I'll kind of give you my thoughts, because I'm familiar with both projects, but there's probably a lot of people that aren't very familiar with them. So, because actually we're going to be covering one of them for sure, either later this week or next week, and then the other one I've got on my list of ones that I do want to cover. So let me reshare this real quick. Oh, hold on. Got to make sure we take that off. There we go. And perfect. All right. So let's do Dent first. Dent, mobile data simplified. So Dent is all based around mobile. And as we covered in one of the previous videos this week during Cello or Cello, however you want to talk about it and everything, guys, I think mobile, I mean, I said in the video, mobile's the future. I mean, truthfully, mobile's the now right now. I mean, everything that we do is all done with mobile. And a lot of times, even on this channel right here, when we talk about like Shopify and everything, and we're going to talk more and more about like setting up Shopify sites and stuff like that, building a Shopify site, what we have to pay attention to anymore is how does this look on a mobile feed? Anybody that's in Amazon FBA, when you're setting up, especially like if you're doing your enhanced brand content, the biggest thing that you want to pay attention to anymore is what is this going to look like on somebody's mobile device? Because guys, that's how people are consuming information. That's how we communicate. That's how we do so many different things. So yes, I do personally, I like this project. I really think that anything that deals in the mobile space is going to be very, very important moving forward. And we're going to do more of a deep dive into Dent. It's, as you can see, it's global marketplace for buying and selling telco assets, SIM cards, mobile data packages, all that type of stuff. So I do like this project. I think that it's a very interesting project. And like I said, I think anything related to mobile is potentially going to be really, really good. Got to make sure that they've got good partnerships, got to make sure that the team behind it is very solid. However, I do like the project. I like what they're doing with it. Excuse me. Matic, which is actually going to be Polygon, I do like this as well right here. So decentralized apps making huge progress, but the current blockchain ecosystem is not prepared to scale. And this is a lot of this is similar to scalability problems is similar to what Ethereum is facing, and that's why they're coming out with the ETH 2.0 upgrade, is because they're dealing with scalability issues. Same idea with project. Excuse me. Sorry, guys, something caught in my throat. Same idea with projects like Polygon. And, here's the thing. Anything that deals with DeFi or dApps, decentralized apps, I think is a good project as well. Again, as long as the team behind it is really good. And I think as long as they have solid partnerships, it doesn't have to be in place, solid partnerships that are either in place or on the horizon, and we can see kind of where they're going, I think is a huge win. Now, here's a big thing too. A lot of people wanting to know kind of where do you get information about different projects and stuff like that. I mean, you can go to their website, but guys, the other thing you can do on CoinMarketCap, what you can do is right over here where it says white paper. So if you want to kind of take a look under the hood of a project, if you click on white paper, excuse me, it's going to give you their original white paper from when they first started and everything, and give you the original, vision of what they had said. These are kind of like corporate documents, basically. If you were looking at a publicly traded company or something like that, this is their core competencies. This is their mission statement. This is their vision for what their company is going to do, what they want to be, and everything. So, you can really kind of go down through and download it. So you download it right there, and then you can see what it's going to be. Now, the other thing is every company typically has a roadmap, whether they put it on their website somewhere, or if they put it as part of their white paper, you can click there. And their roadmap is basically going to be their goals. Okay. They set goals for every year, what they want to do, and they have it on there. Now, some companies, let's see if we can pull up Dent's roadmap real quick. So they're just doing a 2020, 2021 roadmap, and this goes through, you know, what they're planning on doing for Q3 2020, and then, you know, we're into 2021 now. So, you know, what are they planning on for the early stages of 2021? And then you get there and they don't have anything else on there. There's nothing wrong with that, but they don't put out any information ahead of time. You go to a site like Cardano. Let's say that you go to Cardano's roadmap. Typically, they have it planned out like 5 years in advance. Now, do they always stick specifically to that? Maybe not always. A company like, or a project like Cardano, more or less, typically they do. You know, they go by their roadmap, and that's what they stick to. They don't want to get too far ahead of themselves. They want to just go about it at their own pace, and they want to make sure everything is exactly what they want. So if you want to get a good idea of what's coming up for a project, it's a good idea to take a look at their roadmap, because a lot of times things move so quickly in the crypto space, but a lot of this is based on news. Okay. A lot of projects, when they start really pumping, it's based on news that they have coming out. It's no different than a regular big company or anything like that. If they have a big partnership coming up, or they have a big event coming up, a lot of times, you know, that's going to help pump that price a little bit. So you could always go on here and look and see, like, okay, do they have any like big major stuff going on in Q1? And if they do, well, it might be a good idea to get into it, because they're probably going to see a little bit of a pump in their price as we get further along into it and they start accomplishing more and more of the stuff. All right, let's see what else we got here. I lost where we're. Here we go. On username, do we use the username we signed up with for no tie required?
Well, so that's the thing. We're gonna have to, you know, we'll have to figure it out. And Kyle and I will keep it in like a we'll figure it out, but we'll keep them jotted down or something for that, for the crypto fantasy league. I'm really excited. I think that'll be. I think when, like I said, no matter what, we will have it launched for the first time around this Wednesday at 10 for the next live stream. So yep. I think we just wanted to, if we're going to do it, we want it to run pretty smoothly. We want it, and we went through and tested a few ourselves, and the one we really liked, but like I said, after a while they started charging you, and I don't know. We can't really do our own league, so we'll figure it out. I want one that's done in real time, because I think it was Derek, or maybe it was Jonathan, said, why don't we do like a spreadsheet thing? Yeah. I feel like that'd be really difficult, just because if someone, like the way I envision it, at least, is if you can kind of pick the coins you want. If we did like just the top 5 or something, I think that'd be pretty easy. You know what I mean? The top 5 coins, but I don't know. I think it'd be fun if you got to customize, you get to pick 5 coins, and I don't know. We'll give it a shot, and just kind of, you know, like I said, the first few times are going to be just test runs more than anything, but I think it'll be a lot of fun to do.
Mm-hmm. No, I think so. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be really cool. John says, where to buy NFT like Wax. So John, check out the video tomorrow. Wax video is going to be going up tomorrow. So definitely check that out, and it'll cover where to buy it and kind of what NFTs are and how they work, and the whole idea behind them. Let's see. Is CryptoKitties just a game, or is there actual currency to earn? I got to be honest with you, Tam. I have never done anything with CryptoKitties, so I don't know, to be honest with you.
From what I understand, I think it's like a Neopets kind of thing, like where but it's based on, I think, Ethereum's blockchain, I think, is what it's based. So it's a crypto game. So I think you can. So it's like, okay. So it's like, take Pokemon Go, Kyle. So this is the way I understand it, Tam. I've never actually used it, but from what I understand, it's like Pokemon Go, where you breed your own version of kitties, and they're all like, they all get, you know, certain ones are very rare. So if you get one, you can sell that for monetary value, I believe. But I don't know for sure. That's the way I understand. I've heard of it before because Joey's brought it up before. My brother-in-law, he's into crypto too, and he's I think fiddled around with it because it's apparently kind of a fun game to do. I don't know anything about it though.
Let's see. Dan says Wax is not supported by Coinbase. I believe you're actually right on that, Dan. Hold on a second, because I've got like 6 different, like Dan said, I've got like 6 different wallets. So I'm trying to remember exactly. I think I got mine on KuCoin, but hold on. Let me pull up Wax on CoinMarketCap and see. Yeah, so you can get it on Huobi, Bittrex, KuCoin. So yeah, KuCoin is where I bought it previously. I mean, I don't have it right now, but where I bought it previously would have been KuCoin. Let me see if it's on any Upbit. Yeah, Coinbase isn't on there for it. So for me, out of all those exchanges, I use KuCoin. I've always had good luck with it. So I do think that I think that's pretty good. Dad says he recently bought a smaller amount of Matic. He did. Look at that. He's branching out on his own a little bit and starting to pick his own cryptos and everything. It's a good one. He picked a good one. I think I like Matic. I think Matic's really good. Bart says he bought Matic and Dent. I think Dent has possibility to be huge. I do too, Bart. I really like that. I think it's a project that's been around for a while. I'm pretty familiar with it from previous times that I've looked at it and kind of gone over everything. I think that Dent has a lot of upside potential. I really do. Again, I think mobile in general. I mean, anything with a great use case, especially in a bull market like this. I mean, here's the thing. Of a lot of the different projects are going to have price pumps. I mean, a lot of them will. The big question is, can they sustain being a good project after they get that big price pump? A company like that was around back when the last big bull run happened, and they were still able to sustain through the meager times. That right there in and of itself kind of speaks volumes to their company and what they are able to do, because a lot of companies didn't survive that when they had huge 90% pullback on the market, and they lost, their coins lost 90% of the value. A lot of them didn't survive that. So the fact that they've been around that long and just continuing to put the work in to get better, I think it's huge potential.
Yeah. So what we can do, Kyle, actually, real quick, before we get into much further, and let me know what you guys think about this. Why don't we, for the first time for the draft, let's make these rules right now. Let's make them I'll put the final stamp on it right now. Each person, so we're going to go live at 10 on Wednesday night. Each person will just go through the comment section and let us know, and we'll obviously just write down your regular name. You don't need a username. So let's say Bart. So Bart, each person is going to start with how much would be like do you want to do $1,000, quote unquote? It won't be real money. Yeah. That makes it easy for Kyle and I for figuring, how much each person's doing. You get to pick 3 cryptos. It can be any single one you want, and we'll write it down, and then we'll take the starting number for you guys is going to be Thursday morning at the beginning of the day at 10 a.m. Kyle and I Thursday morning will jot down the number of each thing, of each, let's say someone chooses something like Wax, or someone chooses something really obscure, like Ravencoin was brought up the other day. What if someone picks Ravencoin? We'll write it down Thursday morning, what the price of it is. So you get 3. Do you want to do 3 picks or 5? We'll do 5 for diversification.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That way you can pick a couple big boys if you want to do all coins entirely. So you can do 5. And that's you want to do it that way?
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
I think that makes it easy. So it's $1,000. So to start, so someone wants to and you can't pick the same coin. Like, you can't pick Bitcoin 5 times. You got to pick Bitcoin, and you have 4 other picks. So we'll go over it again real quick Wednesday night, what we're going to do. But I think that's the easiest way to test it out for the first time, and kind of will write them down, and then at closing we'll do. Probably next Wednesday we'll test it and see how, or at least we'll give updates every night. So like Thursday night, we'll let you guys know, hey, here's who's in the first place and second place and third. And we'll keep you guys posted on that. And we could even keep them posted in like the Facebook group or something and give them updates on that.
Sounds good to me.
So
David says, does anyone see Bitcoin hitting 150K this year? I do. I see it going higher than that personally. I think 150 to 250. I personally think 250. I think right now Bitcoin is outperforming where it was expected to this early in the year, which might sound crazy because it's at what, 55,000 right now, roughly, give or take. And, you know, I'm saying, oh, it's going to hit 250. It's going to literally 5 times itself. Guys, if you haven't been in crypto before, you haven't seen something go parabolic. And I'm telling you, when the euphoria starts to set in, I mean, projects absolutely pump. And that's what I'm saying, though, is you've got to be willing to take profits. Don't find yourself being the one that's holding on for dear life, and then you just keep holding and holding and holding, and then you ride it all the way back to the bottom. Take your profits, make your money. If you want to reinvest it back into the market. That's fine, but sell at the top or as close to the top as you can. Sell it on the way up, and then wait for it to just keep dropping, and then buy back in with a lot more buying power if you want to. But when it really starts to pump, I mean, we get into summertime and then really start getting closer to fall time. Watch out, because it's going to really, really start going.
Absolutely.
Buy Ethereum at 1750 or wait to see if it goes lower. I mean, to me, it's all kind of relative. I mean, the hardest thing again is judging where the bottom is. You know, it's at 1750 now. Could it go down to 1500? Yeah, it could. It's very, very possible it could. I think 1750 is a really attractive price. I think 1750 is nowhere near where Ethereum's going to end up going. So I mean, I still think it's a great time to buy it right now. And you know, like I said, that whole dollar cost averaging thing, we don't know where the bottom for it's going to be. You know, we could buy it now and you find out that it goes down to 1400. You know, there's just no exact way to be able to predict that. What I would do if it was me, let's just hypothetically say you've got $100. Let's just say you've got $100. Take some of it and buy part of it now. And then, you know what, wait and see which way is it going to break. Is it going to break down? Is it going to break up? And you have money setting on the side for it where you can buy more if it does go down. If you start to notice that it goes up and it's not going to stop, then you can still buy, and you're not going to buy it at that much higher of a price than you already bought it. But never invest everything that you have all at once. Have money setting on the side just in case. Dad says he agrees, Bart. What did Bart say? Oh, I missed that one right there. Bart says possibly 100K. I think so. I think easily 100K. I think it's going. I think it's going to go a lot higher than that personally. Jordan's bullish. He says he doesn't see it going down much. Yeah, I agree. I think Ethereum 20 grand or more by the end of the year. I really do think that. Again, that money is going to trickle down from Bitcoin as it gets higher and higher. The institutional money is going to keep flowing in. I mean, MicroStrategy, you know, they're one of the largest, if not the largest holders of Bitcoin right now. I think somebody came out and said the other day, Michael Saylor actually may have been the one that said it. He's the CEO. They have 90,000 Bitcoin, not $90,000 in Bitcoin. They have 90,000 Bitcoin.
We found out that was what, $5.5 billion.
I think that's what we did the math earlier on it, and it was like $5.5 billion. What's the number they want to get to, though? I mean, maybe they want to get to. I mean, he's went on record saying that he thinks Bitcoin is easily going to be worth millions of dollars in the future. And you know, hey, it's entirely possible, depending on, you know, a lot of different factors. I think it's entirely possible. What's their real number, though? I mean, they're at 90,000. What's stopping them from getting to 100,000 Bitcoin? You know, if they believe in it that much, you know, maybe they want to. And the thing is, though, as they continue to keep buying it up and it gets scarcer and scarcer, that price is just going to keep rising. And your average investor is not going to want to buy into it, even because that, again, that's the thing. A lot of people that are especially brand new to crypto, they don't understand the fact that you can buy a fraction of it. I mean, you literally could buy, you know, $5 worth of Bitcoin if you wanted to. But a lot of people just don't understand that part of it. And I didn't understand it when I first got in. Like, I thought, wow, you got to have thousands of dollars to buy one Bitcoin. Like, you know, screw that. I'm not going to buy that. And then once you start to realize, like, oh no, I can actually buy parts of it, then it becomes much more obtainable. But your average person doesn't see that. They don't know that. Jonathan says for the contest, he doesn't want to take my baby Ethereum in the draft. He's going to settle for Cello.
Well, so here's the beauty of it, Jonathan. If you want to take it, though, you can. I mean, each person gets 5 picks, and you can each pick the same thing. So if everyone wants to pick Ethereum as one of them, you absolutely can. out of principle, I'm not going to, just because I want to do completely different ones than Kyle, and hopefully beat him. But we'll see. This is going to get interesting. I think this is going to get pretty heated. So Derek said next, each person starts with the value of a Bitcoin, which I like the idea, Derek. The only reason I say 1,000 is here's what the rules I think, and I'll write them. I shouldn't say I think. These are the rules are going to be for this first time around, and I'll type them out and put them on my screen so when Kyle can do a screen share next time before the draft officially starts. You'll have 5 picks, and each pick will be worth a $200 buy-in for that thing. So if you buy Bitcoin, you buy $200 worth of Bitcoin, which is, what is it, a 150th of a Bitcoin? I'm not good at math, but so then it makes it easier for Kyle and I also when we're figuring it out. So, okay, if you buy Cello, you're buying $200 worth of Cello. You're buying $200 worth of Ethereum. So you get 5 $200 picks, totaling 1,000. And then at the end, because I do like the idea of doing one Bitcoin, but that's just too much math. And you have to, because I think dividing it equally by 4 will speed up for him and I to figure out how each person's doing, because otherwise it'll be just way too much math and stuff and things. So we'll keep it simple for the first time, and if it doesn't work as well as we like, then we'll see. But I think to start, we'll do. What do you think about that, guys? We'll do $200. We'll technically $1,000, $200 per pick.
Yeah, that's actually, we need some parameters. How long are we doing it for, and are you allowed to trade, or are we holding these?
I think do you think for the first one we hold? We'll do just 1 week, and then, or what do you think? Because that's
you got to go a little longer than a week. I think you got to give it at least a couple weeks.
Well, I would if you could trade. That's the only thing is if you trade, how are they going to let us know without it being a? Yeah, that's what I want. I want to do it eventually. I would like to
do an honor system.
That's right. I cheat during board games and stuff, so I absolutely am not going to be the one for that. I think. I think we just hold for the first time. I think that's going to be easiest, and then we'll figure out if we can find another platform to use that's more user friendly. Then we'll do that. But we'll hold, and we'll do it for. What do you think? You want to do 2 weeks, or do you want to do
We'll talk about it. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Derek.
Everyone's I was gonna say everyone's torn on it. Well, let's test it out first. So Derek says you can use the power of 1 Bitcoin to fund the other 5 picks, and if they choose to keep the money in Bitcoin, they can. I don't hate that idea either. Well, let's try this one first, just out of simplicity, Derek, and then I don't hate that idea for the second time either. So yeah, I'll have the entire layout. So guys, you got 2 nights. Come up with your 5, whether they're going to be random mass altcoins that are worth half a penny. If you're gonna put a
sorry, who's gonna hit that 1,000% or that 10,000% that's just gonna pump?
Because what matters at the end, guys, is not percentage. So like if you oh my god, I bought one for 2 cents and it went up to 6, so you went up 200 or 300%, whatever it is, but you only it doesn't matter, I guess, technically, unless if your other ones are crap. So if your other ones are just tank, right, it doesn't matter. But yeah, if you find a good one, you never know.
For Carlos, he had asked about the site for crypto, coinmarketcap.com. You can also use CoinGecko as well, and we'll have a tutorial on both of those. Actually, maybe we need to make a video on both of those as well for the channel, because a lot of people have questions about it, especially if you're brand new. It's tough to find like just basic information like that. I can remember when I first started, it took a long time to understand a lot of the stuff because nobody really covers that. And like I said, that's kind of our goal with this channel is, Dan and I aren't, like the end all be all with crypto knowledge or anything like that. I mean, I'd like to think I know quite a bit about the space, but I also know that there's a lot of things that either I don't know or I'm not good at. Technical analysis is one of them. I'm not a day trader. I don't sit there and look at the charts constantly and everything. And I don't want that to be this channel. I want it to be, I want it to be fun and entertaining. And also, you learn a lot while you're doing it too. I want it to be something where I don't want to talk over anybody's heads or anything like that. I want it to be something where it's just really down to earth and easy to understand and follow.
And that's a nice thing. I think it's a fantasy thing for people starting out. I think it'll be fun too, or if you actually realize, oh wow, so this theoretical $1,000 I did. So if I put $100 this time, maybe I could, maybe I could make a little bit of money just doing these. So I think that'd be fun.
I agree. I like it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
And yeah, so the first time around, just for the sake of saving my brain from doing too much work, we'll do it just hold for the first time, and I'll have an official layout. Like I said, guys, I'll have the rules laid out. It's going to be very simple, but I do like the idea eventually of allowing trades and allowing, because I really think that would really allow some crypto aptitude to be tested for some people.
That would be fun.
Yeah, I think it'd be a lot of fun. And Derek is right. Day trading is a lot of fun, especially if you do it without any risk. You can just do it for fun, and we're competing against each other. And you can even post on Facebook like, "Oh yeah, I just did this and made this much money. Suck it." So I just think it'd be fun. But let's find something that can handle. Yeah, let's find something that can handle. I'm sure there's one out there that
there should be.
That's the key to it. So, but we'll find one. For the first one, we'll make it simple and accessible for everyone, and then we'll go from there. We'll try to grow it from there. So, anything else, guys? Until then, you guys better start. You better start. Better start messaging Kyle for some tips.
Yeah,
he's going to purposely give you bad ones.
No. I think they need to just rewatch all those videos that we've been putting out there. Get that watch time up. That's right. Make sure to smash that like button on each one of them too.
It's going to be someone who has never done crypto yet. It's going to be like someone who hasn't actually dabbled in it yet. It's going to come out winning.
It's going to be Carlos.
Carlos is going to.
He's going to win the competition.
Crypto.
He's going to get a cool prize.
So, yeah, guys, we'll like I said, Wednesday night, 10 p.m. we will do our draft and 5 picks.
Oh, Dan, actually, Dad's on here too. Derek wants to know if you guys want to do your interviews with him on Friday.
Yeah, let me know what time. I'm just filming for Movie Buffs all day Friday, so.
Yeah, guys, if hold on, let me put this in there. Oh, and I spelled it wrong. Hold on.
Shameless
typo.
Shameless plug.
There we go.
Absolutely, Derek. I could do it pretty much most of the day, I think, at least at this point. I'm just gonna be in the studio filming all day long. So
perfect. Yeah, guys, go check out Movie Buffs on YouTube. It's our new movie channel that we just started. Dan's got 4 or 5 videos up on there right now, and he's got some really cool stuff in the hopper. We're gonna have a whodunit week coming up, probably in the next
next few days. That's for
well,
sure.
You're filming for Knives Out right now, right?
Yeah,
I think, or Knives Out and Clue, I think, are the first 2 that you're doing. So,
yep,
awesome.
All right,
guys. Till next time, we will see everybody on Wednesday. Make sure, again, remember, guys, like this video. Let the YouTube gods shine down on us. We're getting so close to 1,000 subscribers.
Shine down upon the. Remember, 5 picks, guys. Your top 5 crypto picks, and we'll find out who's the ultimate crypto trading master, or crypto. I shouldn't say trading this time. Crypto buying master. So 5 picks.
Right.
Wednesday, 10 p.m.